back. This is Mog with Mog's Cast coming back at you today in Kerbal Space Program. So we're building up a new module, bringing up a new module to our MUN station, and if you've been keeping up on some of the stuff that's been coming out lately in the mod community, you may know what this is, or if you're just well educated, you may know what this is. This is a new mod that adds a couple of new robotic arms. This is the Canada arm, or Canadarm, I guess, that has been remodeled and placed into the game. I believe, what was it? Bobcat did the models for these, and somebody else did the coding, the actual implementation of them. The same guy who did the laser pack, the laser cameras and guidance systems and stuff, kind of worked together and got these. This is the bigger of the two arms that are available in the pack. The other one is the Borum, the smaller arm used on the Borum shuttle, and they both function just like the cameras do, but they have more controls to move around the arm itself. And magnetizes it actually, when it's connected to another unit, it acts like a dock and connects the two vessels in the same manner, so you can actually transfer fuel and everything with these. Cool thing about it is it's actually pretty light in comparison, and apparently it's centered weight-wise, so you don't have to worry about re-manipulating this thing when you're trying to fly it into position. So what we're going to do is get this up to the MUN station and hopefully get it all docked in the right spot to be used to actually build the rest of the base. And that's what we're working on this episode. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Throttle up, kill rotation on, and launch. Gaining speed pretty nice here. You can see that coming up quickly there. Looks like we're about halfway through our first drop tanks. So let's see. In the last video we brought up the science module and actually started docking those. I've done a little bit of station keeping and moved around a couple of the pieces on there, so it's a bit more symmetrical and things are more in the position I like. I pulled out the little RCS tank balancer and put it on the back of the tug for the time being, just so you'll see that. But I've also repositioned the winch in the center of the unit of the station so that it can be a little more easily used, readily available, that kind of thing. This is actually going to go counter it, so it's going to be a winch on one side and the Canada arm on the other. So I may have to do a little bit of moving too. I think the tug is actually in its place right now. So we'll be working on getting that all set up, and that'll be today's episode. I'm going to try to do a little bit shorter episodes, unless you guys really do like the longer episodes. They do take a while. I usually record them in the morning, and they have to encode, which takes a couple hours. They have to then be edited, which takes a little while, and then they have to be resaved, which takes a while, and then uploaded to YouTube, which takes another while. So I literally didn't get out yesterday's video until close to midnight after recording at about 10 in the morning. That's a long time, but I also had other things to do. Did some oh boy, I'm not turning. Had to do some actual chores on the weekend too. Go run some errands, but yeah, just so that you guys are aware. I mean, these do take a while. But if that's what you guys want to see, just let me know, and we'll get things going. If you guys like the long episodes, by all means, I'll try to do some more of those. I'm going to still have shorter episodes on occasion, just to make things easier, but if you guys really do like, and please tell me, because I'm not going to do them if you guys don't like them. I'll just do the shorter episodes, because that's just easier. Doesn't take as long to work, doesn't take as long to edit, doesn't take as long to upload. The whole nine. Much easier on the whole. So just let me know. Looks like we've got a pretty lengthy burn we gotta do here, but then again we do still have half a tank, so we'll see what happens. Need to burn it about 30 seconds roughly. Burn for a full minute on this guy. Let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit, get this show on the road. As you can see, that nice little wobble there from the physics acceleration. Okay, there we go. And burning out our velocity there to actually get going. A good orbital speed. because I'm terrible and didn't start my gravity turn early. And this is what happens. You just, you have to do these ridiculous things and waste extra fuel because you're a terrible person at flying. But yeah, I'm gonna be excited. I've been wanting to do some sort of a robotics arm for a while, and as I was actually looking up like the damned robotics pack to see what the status is on that, and a bunch of other things to actually just build one by hand, I realized the damn robotics pack is outdated, and but this came out, which was exactly what I wanted to do, so I downloaded it, and I'm gonna be using it. So it looks like we're up to an orbital velocity. Let's go ahead and target our MUN. Start planning out our burn. Oh, I'm trying to sit here and go faster, but turns out, yeah, I'm too low in altitude. That's another thing that just reminded me of that, or whatever reason. Hopefully my audio is going to be a bit more in sync. I was getting, like, you guys probably noticed that throughout the video, it would just get kind of more and more out of sync with the audio, which wasn't something in editing, it was something during recording. Apparently other people have had this issue with fraps. Now, I have never used fraps before, really, like to do anything. I've just kind of been familiar with it, know what it does, that kind of thing. But when I started recording, I wanted to use something that seemed easy, that lots of people have used, that had lots of functionality between many platforms. So I went with fraps, and it's been great so far, other than that dang audio stuff, after I figured kind of everything else out. But so what I've done, and what apparently other people have done to correct this audio sync problem, is they've turned down their sampling rate on their capture, their sound capture. Nothing to do with fraps, just turned it down from 48 to 44.1, is that right? 44.1 sampling rate, data rate. So that's what I've done. Hopefully everything stays a bit more in sync. I guess we'll find out. Sorry, just adjusting this now. But yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. And hopefully that's all it's going to take to start acting right. And I guess we'll find out later in the video. So just adjusting my orbit. This isn't working. I think that's going to be trying to orbit the wrong way. Yeah, it's going to go out and then get pulled back in. So I need to slow down. Yeah. Sorry, I'm being terrible at this today. Usually I can get these pretty well. Oops, daisy. Okay, we're going to go with that. Actually, no, we're going to go a little closer, because I've actually dropped the orbit of the station a bit, from 50 to like 20 off the surface, 20 kilometers off the surface. Because it is a low orbiting, I can do that. Low gravity planetary body, I can actually do that with the station, and reliably. It's not a big deal. And it makes transfer of methane a lot easier. So there we go, just a 2-second correction burn. Let's figure out where that node's at. There it is. Okay, so now we're pretty well on the dot there. Let's go ahead and time warp out to this point. Take care of this nonsense. Oh, I'm a terrible person. Why do I do that? Oh, I'm terrible about using time warp. Damn it. Okay. do that. Hopefully this time I won't miss it. Try to be a little more gingerly. I don't know. Ginger. Sounds funny. A little less jumpy, I'll say. What's the time warp? I'll be patient. Okay. So coming in close here. I'm actually going to do this time. I'm not going to be a moron. Okay. Burn that up. Good enough. Okay. Now one of the other things I wanted to mention in gaming news, if you guys were keeping up on stuff going on, SimCity just came out, the re-release of the SimCity, the new one. Effectively SimCity 5, but just calling it SimCity, I guess. Had a lot of problems. Servers were kind of crap. People were having a lot of trouble logging in to download their games, logging in to just play their games, and they got a lot of flack about it, which is somewhat understandable. It's a terrible way to do DRM. Anywho, what they've been offering, so just in case you guys watching actually been affected by this, they've been offering people who bought the game and have activated their game and done all that to this point. They've been offering you guys a free EA title to kind of make amends and be like, hey, don't hate us. At least we're trying. But so yeah, if you guys bought SimCity and were one of those few people who actually did have some trouble playing, by all means, just go check your email. They're supposed to be sending out stuff in email so that you can go redeem your game or claim a free game. I don't know if there's a specific limit on the games you can claim. All I know is that EA titles were mentioned. So take that as you will. Just evening out our trajectory. Too much. Just need a little bit more burn north to push that exit back to the south. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so warp up ahead. Come on. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, we kind of go almost past it, it catches up with us, and then just yanks us back into its orbit. Which is kind of cool. Okay. Target the mun, so much easier. Adjust that right to the periaps. Now we can get a little bit more even maneuver. I'm actually going to drop this a little bit, just since we can be much closer. Actually, you know what? I'm going to target this and actually see where we're going to end up. Okay, pretty far away. That's fine. We can play games, we can catch up. So there's that. Getting ready to do this. Another thing I've just heard, as far as the next update goes, or at least the next planned features, I don't know, they did make an announcement about doing quicker updates so that finished features can make it out sooner rather than waiting for other ones to get finished, which is what has been happening. They've been releasing in big chunks because they can't do work, at least on their old setup. They couldn't start work on a project and then have all other concurrent work get finished and then release just the finished stuff. They'd have to release everything they've been working on as a whole, so they'd have to finish features set of features, whatever they've been working on, completely before they could push out something and then start working on other features. So now what they've got is they've split it all up a little bit in development at squads so that you can work on one feature as like a group or as individual and finish it, and then actually get that published to the main game files while other people are still working on their stuff. You don't have to wait for them to get finished, or they don't have to wait for other projects to get finished. So it's cool for us because that means we get finished features quicker while they're able to focus on finishing other features and not have to kind of worry about balancing the time load of what it would take to finish a feature while another one's being worked on. They can just focus on actually working, and then once something's finished and ready for release, they just boop, they give us an update, and it's awesome. I think the next one coming out looks like the re-entry heat effects. I think I mentioned this last video, or maybe the previous one before that, but yeah, we're going to be getting visual effects. The heat and everything isn't implemented just yet, but at least we get some cool new effects coming back into Atmo. It looks really nice, and that was the thing. I'm gonna write that down because I gotta add that into the last video's description. Let's see. Okay, so we're getting close here, and noted. Sorry. Okay, so coming in here. To start our burn, we need a 4-second burn to circularize this down to this point. And so slow, that was almost way too close. Okay, good enough. Yeah, good enough. Actually, we're gonna pull in a little more. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and get out to the other side and do the same. After adjusting our inclination. And if you guys will excuse me just a moment, I'm gonna pause and go grab a cup of coffee. Okay, I am back with coffee in hand, because you all know the best part of waking up is coffee in your cup. And I'd have to agree with that sentiment, because it's delicious and amazing and tastes like love. If love had a flavor, don't take that anywhere. I know you guys are thinking it, don't do it. Here we go, just fast forwarding to our maneuver node to get everything back on the correct inclination. And, okay, cool. I saw that thing go by and I was like, did I say that? Yep, okay, whatever. We'll correct it later. We're ready to burn for, to do this. I totally had that planned. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah, And gonna go ahead and get realigned and actually jump to retrograde real quick. Because, yeah, that's just how I roll. Come on, you bastard. Okay. Good enough. And then we'll plan for this node, I guess. North is gonna be this way. I know by looking at the numbers on the nav ball. So 360 or 0 degrees. So if you can watch, if they're ascending or descending, you can tell which way you need to go. Is north, and then 180 is south. Obviously, well, maybe not totally obviously. Makes sense to me. Okay. There we go, all lined up and ready to go. Gonna take a swig of the coffee, yo. And I scraped the microphone. My apologies if that sounds like crap on the end. In the end. Okay. So I obviously don't have to worry about burning for intercept just yet. We're on alternating sides of the planet, which isn't gonna put us a very close distance. I need to burn off like 9 meters per second. That's it to correct this, which is almost nothing. As you can tell, it's almost no change to my angles either. So this is going to go really quick. Okay, there we go, and apparently I didn't do quite enough. There we go. Now we're at zeros. It's not perfect, never will be. If you can get your inclination, relative inclination, to like actual no difference, then congrats to you. There is a NAN, which I don't know if that's like not applicable, but it's so low that the game can't calculate it. Then that's even really good. That's about, you know how like when you get your periapsis and apoapsis, they start to rotate like perfectly and you're almost like exact on your distances apart. That's what'll happen with your ascending and descending node, and they'll show not 0, 0 or 0.0. They'll just show NAN, which is like, it's negligible how small it is. You don't. It's not even something you're gonna have to worry about anymore unless you do something dumb. Dumb. Okay, so we're gonna time warp a little bit ahead. I'm gonna kind of try to keep an eye on these. And you know what? I'm gonna save the other news. We're just gonna fast forward on this while this happens, and then I'll save some of the other news for later. We are back, guys. Thanks for sticking with me through that. That was a mess of a docking there. Without a well-balanced craft, it just rotates when you do your RCS translations. And I did not balance that well enough, apparently. So that was a trick. But hey, looks like we do have some quantum struts on there to some degree. And they're grabbing stuff, so that's good. So that'll hold it in place. Let's see. I'm actually just going to give this a quick go. See what we can do. It'll probably be in fast forward just because this thing moves really slow out here. And nope, never mind. It's bugged, so I'll have to do that some other time. But there we go, we got our Canada arm up here, and in docked position with the station, so that's cool. And alright, so thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please do like the video, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to keep seeing more. It lets me know that I'm doing a decent job, people are watching, so I'll keep going with these videos. I do have another one planned for tomorrow, and I'll be recording at least tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to get it uploaded, but the normal schedule is going to be every week in at least 2 episodes, so one for Saturday, one for Sunday. And you guys stay tuned, and keep in touch.